Hey again, it's Clockwork McGrim narrating another speed paint. And this time I thought, since we only have 10 minutes, I'll actually talk about this character that I'm drawing and what she's all about and stuff like that. So, um, she's for an upcoming project I have in mind that hopefully I'll find the motivation to do someday. It's gonna be a webcomic-y thing about like body image and self-acceptance and stuff like that, but I've seen a lot of those that are kinda like they're always in the young adult literature hashtag relatable section of the bookstore, and they're just not great. So look forward to a self-acceptance story that is not sugar-coated hashtag relatable awful stuff. It'll be good. So this character's name is Kendra, which is a name little small tiny Meg used to go by. I don't go by that name anymore, but I did for a little while. Didn't really stick. Um, oh, also sorry to all my viewers about these green awful rectangles. I can't seem to do much about them. Anyways, this character Kendra, she's based on a real person I know. If you're watching this, you know exactly who you are, and you're great, and don't forget that. The rest of you are great too, just I'm dedicating this particular character to her. And, she's a character that I really enjoy drawing and just doing stuff with, stories and the like. I haven't posted any anywhere, but I will, maybe, probably someday. And so this friend of mine, she picked the color scheme for Kendra's arms and legs, the purple, and you can't really see, but her elbow plate things are silver. So her inspiration person picked those. And she's a character that I'm hoping will be really real. Yeah, I don't wanna spoil too much, but it's it's gonna be a heck of a thing. I hope. Um I don't know what else I can talk about that won't just spoil everything. Um I mean her hair is based on, at the time that I was designing her, her real life counterpart had her hair dyed like that. She has a whole lot more hair than Kendra does, but that's alright, because rainbow mohawks on tiny, awesome cyborg girls and non-cyborg girls out there are pretty great. Let's see. What else can I talk about? I don't know, I guess part of her story is gonna focus on, like, challenging, I guess, a lot of beauty standards. Because I hear a lot of things that are like, oh, don't listen to beauty standards, but then people never, in my experience, replace that with something else, with what beauty is. Some people do. Some people are like, beauty is who you are on the inside, or beauty is the things you create, or things like that. But I thought I'd tell this story, and hopefully it'll be good. I mean, hopefully you'll all be able to tell that it's based on real things in a sort of cyberpunk fantasy world. Not fantasy as in the genre, fantasy as in pretend. I love fantasy, it's a great genre, I just can't create it. I don't know why. But definitely it's gonna be based on real things that happened in, what would that be? late 2013, early 2014. Is that right? Maybe around then. And certainly I hope that this girl who inspired Kendra, I hope she likes the story, and I hope that people in situations similar to where she was when I started working on this can appreciate it and understand that they're not alone in struggling with self-acceptance. This sounds so preachy when I say it. Trust me, there'll be emergency amputations and crazy robot stuff and pirates, sky pirates. Look out. So it won't be as preachy as I'm making it sound. There's also Kendra's best friend is gonna be what I like to call an undead cutie. I won't specify what that means right now, but those of you who know, know, and those of you who don't know, just hang on a while. So her story is gonna be a little crazy, but hopefully it'll also be real enough that even people who haven't dealt with the kind of stuff I'm gonna talk about can appreciate it, can feel for these characters, can appreciate the pain and strife and ultimate happiness, I hope. Maybe not. Oh gosh, okay, you guys want to know a secret to making shiny things have color? Overlay. I don't know, sometimes it's called multiply. In mine, multiply makes everything really dark, but overlay makes everything look like this. If you're ever trying to do metal, this will be my tutorial for the video. Dark next to light, and then blend it a little bit as you see fit. And the higher the contrast is, the shinier it looks. And I mean, not always. Well, sometimes it just looks weird. But if you're trying to do metal, that tends to be what I go to, and I think it looks better than before I was doing that. I mean, I looked at tons and tons of metal tutorials, and that was the one thing they all had in common, because some people had, different methods, and you gotta use this color set or that color set or blah 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 blah. But I figured out from looking at all of these, and I'm sure bazillions of people figured this out before I did, it's just a matter of high contrast. So just to know that. And drawing these limbs with this design was a pain in the butt. I guess I can talk about how they're drawn like this because in the story, well, Kendra spray paints them these fantastic colors, which I hope her inspiration person can see a little bit of herself there, doing fantastic artsy things. But the way they're actually constructed, someday in a million years when I have a larger fan base, maybe some mega nerds can chronicle this somewhere. They are like the black part that I didn't really detail in, that I'm color blocking right now, awkwardly, is supposed to be mesh. I didn't really feel like detailing it all in because that's not the point of this drawing. But it's mesh like muscles with these colored strips over it, and the colored strips are put on afterwards, and that's the part that Kendra makes for herself in the story. I don't think that's too big a spoiler. Her design isn't totally solidified. Usually I can draw her face a little better than I did in this drawing, so like I said last time, bear with me. At some point I'll flip the canvas and figure out what's wrong. I'm just trying to do everything else right now. And I've flipped this canvas a whole bunch before I started recording. I do all the canvas flipping first, and I do the line art, and then I do it again after everything's finished, just to kind of make it better. And I'm also thinking next time I'll do a whole monitor capture so you can see all of those little crazy windows that are in Painter, for those of you who don't use Painter, because those are a key part of what I'm doing. Oh, we're doing the fairy dust right now. I wasn't sure about this, but I think it looked good. Oh man, we're almost out of time. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I'm Clockwork McGrim, rambling endlessly, now with a better mic, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks!